right?
Okay.
Like it can behave like whatever you want. So just to show you, like if I come in here and say I want to start a new template, so I say blank.
Okay.
So I can come here and I can say what temperature do I want? Let's say 90 degrees.
Okay.
What final weight do I want? Say 38. And then I can come here and create a stage. Okay. And let's just say that I want a pressure stage. Now I have La Morzocco.
Okay.
Right? 9
Yep,
bar.
9 bar, yes.
And then we can just keep it 9 bar
Okay.
for, let's just say 30 seconds.
Okay.
So here, this is La Morzocco.
Okay.
If I decide, let's make it a lever, and by the way, here I can also
Control the slow.
maximum flow.
Okay.
Maximum flow. So this would also affect pre-infusion because if I say a max flow of 8, it's also on the fill. So it would be a slower fill rate.
Okay.
But I can also come here, and now it's a lever. So I can say, you know what? Get up to 9 bar more slowly, and then bring it back down more quickly.
Okay. This is impressive.
And that's your profile.
Okay.
Right? Now, if you want to, so here you can see it's just one stage, so very, very simple.
Okay.
Now, if you can see here, this is the one that we did. This is a built-in profile.
Okay.
Many built-in profiles, but I'll show you what it looks like because I can go into the shot history, so you can see every shot that the machine has done.
Okay.
It pulls it locally. It's not in the cloud, so it might take a little time. The Wi-Fi is. Maybe it's easier just to do it from here. So if I come here, I can go to last shot.
Oh.
And so here you can see. Have you ever seen a graph like this?
No, it's complicated as this.
So the green is the flow rate.
Okay.
So that's the flow into the top of the pipe.
Yep.
And then the blue is the pressure.
Okay.
And then the orange is the weight in the cup.
Ah.
So what this means is that it starts by doing high flow.
Okay.
So 7.8 milliliters per second.
Okay. It drops.
And then you can see that it takes until 7.6 seconds for the pressure in the puck to start building.
Okay.
And then you see the pressure goes up.
Okay.
And it goes up to 4 bars. And then the flow rate comes down and it does like a dynamic bloom.
Okay.
Like it just lets the puck absorb the water, right? So it sees that, okay, the pressure came up. Now we're just going to let the water engage with the puck. While it does that, the pressure drops down a bit. And then the pressure goes up again all the way to 8.7 bars.
Okay.
And the flow rate goes to a maximum of 2 milliliters per second.
Okay.
And it just stays there until we hit 36 grams. And that's the profile. So this is like it's a very forgiving profile. And so you can see, just downloading okay. You can see that. So I can show you what the workflow looks like. So very simple. Press and hold.
Okay.
So now you select the profile. Now press and hold.
Press and hold?
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So now you've confirmed it. It's going to start. So the piston goes down to make room for the water.
Okay.
And now we add this, and this entire chamber is heating the water.
Okay.
So this is just room temperature water. So I just pour it in. And now you can see, so the water's at 26 degrees. It's going to start warming it up to the target. And I'm going to take one of these beautiful pre-dose. So we're 100 microns. As you see, it starts blue,
Yeah.
and then as it warms up, it's turning purple,
Okay.
and then eventually it'll turn into red.
Okay.
And that lets us know that it's ready to go.
Okay.
You can give it a try if you want to.
Okay, yeah, we can try that for the next one.
Yeah.
So.
So uses standard 58 mm or filter.
Yeah, it's just a, it is a standard E61. Yeah, so everything that's compatible with the E61 will work here. Everything was done like essentially off the shelf, like the most standard, so it maximizes compatibility.
Yeah. That's really easy to get accessories and things like that.
Yeah, so here for example, this was the shot that we did before. So you can see, so high flow rate, the pressure builds, we let the pressure come down a bit, and then boom, we go up again. So this is like sort of the equivalent of like going fast, waiting a little bit, and then going, yeah, exactly, starting to see a couple of drips, and then once you feel that the puck is absorbing water, then push it out. Yeah, you're a lever guy, so you can understand it, right? So you're just going, building pressure, like so it's like pressure, releasing a little bit, and then pushing down again. But you can imagine that like there's, you know, you can have a lot more. So this would be a, you know, 3 milliliter per second, or what is it? Yeah, 3 milliliter per second flow, letting the pressure build up to 9 bar, and then letting it come down a little bit. But yeah, we can do pretty much anything that we want. So yeah, each of these are community profiles.
So there's a sharing whereby people can share their profile.
Exactly.
Okay,
So you can see like this one, for example, is, I think it's called pull soft, pull hard.
Okay.
And so if you see something like this, it's a 4 milliliter per second pre-infusion until 3 grams are in the cup.
Control.
Yeah, these are the exit conditions.
Okay.
So for each stage, so it'll say if it goes for 30 seconds or once 3 grams drips into the cup,
either or.
then we know that there's been sufficient pre-infusion.
Okay.
And then you move to the next stage, and then the next stage is that you reach a 5 bar pressure profile with no flow limit.
Okay.
That's the profile.
Okay.
So what you find is that, you know, so here for example, there's a setting called pre-infusion weight trigger, and this one you can just control from the machine.
Okay.
So once you've created the profile, you can select which of these variables you just want to be built into the user interface.
Okay, and you can save it there,
and then
you can just
you just adjust it from here. So if you say you know, oh, I want 5 grams in the cup before I move on. Because it's been defined here, you can just adjust it from here in the future. You don't need the app anymore.
Okay. Which means whichever community share, you can actually use the profile and edit it, and then do something else from there.
Exactly. So go ahead, you can hit brew. Yep, so here we're going to see.
We need the dial and everything.
Yeah, so it's all dynamic, and so we're still updating it. You know, we're thinking about different innovations. But for example, like for pressure profiles, it's great to have the pressure front and center, but you could imagine for a flow-based profile, you might want to have the flow rate to be the maximum. So here, you can see we're doing the constant fill. We're starting to see the weight in the cup. We're at 4 grams, 5 grams, 6 grams. We're holding at 3.6 now.
Pressure holding. Yes.
Yeah, and then we're going to see the pressure boom.
Increase.
So now the pressure goes up. Why does the pressure go up? Because we're putting more water flow. Right. So the pressure is a result of the higher water flow into the puck. Because we have nice puck resistance, right? But if, for example, we were using a high flow basket, like a Pasado or something like that, or if we were using a grinder with very little fines, even if you went very fast, you would not have resistance, so you would not see the pressure rise. But here you actually get all of that feedback. So here we have the shot, and
very good shot. very nice acidity.
And this is
The sweetness is popping.
Just like to
Remind me, this is the washed Ethiopian.
Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, just to tell you, we did. This was the second shot and second profile that we tried. We tried at 80 microns.
Okay.
We saw that it took 59 seconds.
Okay.
We were like, okay, but we tried it. Still tasted very nice, drinkable. But we thought, it's a little bit fine. Let's go coarser. And then we went to 100 microns.
Very
Perfect.
juicy, right?
It's very juicy.
Yes.
This man is a roaster as well.
Yeah.
Right? You would like if you received that,
Yeah.
you would be very happy.
Yeah, because I can really push to whatever I want to do. Yeah. And let's say I'm using a multi-purpose burr to do, I can do a very decent shots.
And so the last step of the workflow is we have some water left over.
Sure, the water.
So there's a purge step. So we press the button, it purges the remainder.
Okay.
And
So do you have to purge while the puck is still in, or you?
yeah.
Yeah, it's very dry. Yeah. Just now I have a staff who told me why is the puck so dry. It seems that it's not being extracted. Yeah, that's the reason. Yeah, it knock out easily.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
so the
it's-
workflow from that perspective, super clean, super
It's not
easy.
even a puck screen.
Mm.
Yeah, there's no cloggage.
Right? And so quick question for this, should I just throw it in here
Or
or
get more
maybe
cups
in
in
here?
here. Yeah. At this time, but a little bit more cups.
What do you think?